New update, new challenge run. Today, acid nerves. Now, this weapon is nervous, but on the surface, you gotta be calm and ready because you need to hold down the button and fire it when it turns orange. It's a bit of a different sort of weapon. It's a bit, I would say it's a bit like the Valmont's whip, except instead of getting the right position, what you're doing is you're getting the right timing. Which I think is pretty cool, and also it gives me another excuse to do another survival run. Which I'm also totally okay with because I thought the last one went pretty well, and having the ability to do survival kind of reminds me of the olden days where you could get ungodly amounts of health. For example, in the, beating the Watcher without even moving. Well, not really a run, but just a video that I put up. That was... I think I had over 50,000 or so health by the end of that. And 18,000, like I think I got in the last video, is not quite the exact same thing, but I wouldn't say it's dissimilar either. Way more health than you would normally be expecting to get on this run. Point is, I think it's going to be cool. And besides the fact that I've been talking this entire time and nailing the critical, which isn't even all that high, pretty well, it shows that it's not tremendously difficult to get the critical off, so I can appreciate that. I don't think it's as difficult as the Valmont's whip, which is just... Also, yeah, gotta unlock that. I don't think it's as difficult as the Valmont whip, which is just, ludicrously... I'm gonna be building survival, but tranquility would be a really nice mutation to take with this. So would wrench, because this is a survival run, so I'm gonna be taking other stuff with it. So does this work like it says, or I don't know. If it, I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna take tranquility anyway. Whenever I get the option, I will be taking tactics. Then, if given the chance to take tactics or brutality, not strength, not called that anymore. I'll take tactics and try to make that as good as possible. Right. 2 seconds. Great. Good enough. Valmont's whip has a very specific sort of positioning that you need to do. It's way too much in my opinion. Although it does also have a 6 times critical modifier with its hit, this is not nearly as much. So I can understand why that one would be a little bit harder to execute compared to the acid nerves here. Which, by the way, what sort of name is acid nerves? What does that mean? Is this a French thing? Is there like some sort of French punnery that I'm not getting? Because I do not understand this name. I look at the name Acid Nerves and it makes me think that that's like the preamble song to Vein Melter off of Herbie Hancock's Headhunter. Now, you may be saying, is that the second reference to Herbie Hancock that I've made since the Castle update came out? That is correct. I don't know why. And also, are you saying, why do you have such a good memory for dumb references that you made in your videos? I don't know. Just happens like that. Aside from that, other things that they updated in this new update... Well, they updated what the boss source cells look like, making them hideous. But also, now, probably the biggest change is that you now get better items as you are... 1 second. One shot in a lot of these enemies, which, I mean, whoa, that was close. Which ain't too bad. You get better items on higher boss cell difficulties so that, oh god, you're getting level 9 weapons, like weapon level, more survival. I should take at least 1 brutality soon. You can get like level 9 weapons by the time you get into the castle. I think maybe level 10 weapons as you get to 4-cell difficulty, which is huge. I want this more. I'm probably 2 times, damn it. Maybe not. Oh well, I'm sure I'll have some opportunity to get rid of that soon enough. I think it's a good change because that... Nope, not quite. There you go. I think it's a good change because that allows you... it allows you to just, in general, deal with some of the nightmarish qualities of the higher boss cells a little bit better. I wouldn't really say that fourth cell difficulty needed a nerf, but that is exactly what I would say. It needed a nerf. It was too much. They also changed up the boomerang now, so it only has one ammo, which, considering how poorly I was using it during the run when I was trying to use the boomerang, just think about that like I was predicting the future. And if you're wondering when that boomerang episode is going to come out, well, the part 2 of it, soon enough. Don't worry. Oh, thank God. Look, I go by 3 rules on this channel. I am going to finish everything I started, and if you're saying, well, wait, what about I'll get to it eventually? I will never, ever finish a sentence, obviously, and I will always make it abundantly clear that I do not know how to pronounce words. Yes, I read all of the comments on this channel. But anyway, aside from that... Hey, look, man. I stopped saying like so much in a video when somebody pointed that out. I'll stop doing this as much, too. Maybe not the sentence thing. That's hard to do. Curse sword. Probably not likely. I have gotten to the hand a couple times. The thing I'm running into is that the hand... I think I've been told, I've been informed that the hand does scale with the amount of... Wow, that was amazing. I can't believe I didn't get hit there. The hand does scale with the amount of stat scrolls that you picked up in your run, so if you have a relatively low damaging item, which is, boomerang is a great item, but it does need a lot of stats to give it a ton of damage. Otherwise, I would say it's a really good supplementary item, but maybe not amazing by itself. But anyway, when you're using that solely to fight a boss that scales with your stats, it becomes not nearly as good. And I was literally... Maybe I'll... Nah. I was thinking I might splice in some footage, but whatever. Let's keep the run rolling here. Go for a second one? Maybe a better shield. Force shield. Now, I'm thinking that... Oh, come on, really? Anyway, get rid of these guys. So I'm thinking that what I want is a KO shield, which I'll roll once for. Nope, that didn't even work. I should have just went with one of the other ones that I had. Assault shield would have been perfectly fine as far as that goes, too, because getting an invincibility shield around you, pretty useful, pretty helpful. Oh yeah, I was gonna go beat the Watcher. Let's go for that then. Yeah, getting the invincibility shield is nice. I think I want the KO shield because that will kind of freeze enemies in place, what with the whole knockout deal that you got. And that will be helpful because you do have to wait a second to... I take too long to pull back the bow in the first place. Sure. Yeah, because this is a timing-based weapon, I'll get the arrows back just shooting it, trying to get the critical shot alone. They'll fall out during the interim. So, I don't know. But yeah, freezing enemies in place I think is going to be very useful for this run. So what I'm going to largely look for is KO shield, any sort of freezing ability. Bear trap I think would be fantastic. Something that just syncs well with this weapon. For example, it gets plus 100% on burning targets, so maybe like a fire grenade. But really what I want is hold enemies in place, because it does take me, although it's not a 100% enforced like pullback time like you get with a heavy crossbow or a heavy crossbow, or what is the other one I'm thinking of? Explosive crossbow. It's not quite to that level, but to get the most out of it, you do need to wait a second. So preventing enemies from moving, I think, will be good. Maybe an ivy grenade would have actually been good. I don't know. Aside from that, continue to... One of the nice things is that aren't forced to hold back the... And I just said that I wasn't going to run out of ammo because he had to wait. Well, whatever. It's not a big deal. You get it back pretty quickly. If I was hitting the critical a bit more consistently against that ugly worm, wouldn't have even been a big deal. But yeah, without the enforced pullback on this, like you would get with the heavy crossbow, it does make dealing with some of the... What do I want to go for? Maybe the flame grenade, I think, would be the best option. None of those, though. Well, maybe Biter Swarm. Maybe I'll get Biter Swarm, yeah. Yeah, I'll go for that one. But maybe... yeah, that's about it. Sure, I'll probably pick up... I want to get a damage reduction shield because I feel like that's going to be the best chance that I have at getting damage reduction in this run overall, unless I am going to be getting a flame grenade. But at the same time, I don't know. It doesn't benefit me as much as having the ability to do that does. You know what? Whatever. Oh, come on. It's so close. Done. You know what? Sure. I was just saying that... Well, it doesn't give me the damage reduction, which is the one thing that I'm looking... Oh, come on. And I saw it coming. It was like in slow motion there. Oh, well. Yeah. Pretty minor update that we got on this one, which is not bad. There were obviously some issues that need to be dealt with. Phaser. Specifically Phaser I'm talking about. And I do like that they are making 4-cell difficulty a little more possible to do. And 3-cell difficulty as well. No. I already got the toxic shock. What is that called? Alchemic rifle. What am I even saying? That's what I just asked for damage reduction. I don't think the shove shield's the best. It doesn't... I really would prefer the other two damage reduction shields, the KO shield and the... I should grab these for money. The KO shield and the force shield, but that's fine. I'll take it for right now. What else? Well, maybe I can reroll for another grenade. Making 4-cell difficulty a lot more possible to do, I appreciate a lot. And I think that... I mean, the number one thing that I said when doing the 4-cell difficulty video is... Like, this is hard, and I've been playing this game forever, and I'd like to think of myself at least being decent at it. And the fact that even I'm like, well, I don't know, man. I'm kind of glad that there's no real benefits to doing this, because I couldn't imagine anybody but the most dedicated people doing it in the first place. But now, and I think this is a pretty good change-up. It's something that gives you extra power without compromising how the... Wow, this is a level chunklet and a half. Something that gives you a lot more power in a higher cell difficulty run without... Yeah... Okay. Without compromising what was making it difficult in the first place. It's not just, okay, we made it 20%, we made everything 20% less powerful. Oh my god. Which is what I would, expect the sort of balancing process to be, and usually what it is in most games. Well, we'll see. I haven't really done a whole lot of multi-boss cell runs just yet. I did do one 3-boss cell run. You know what? No. That is survival. Yeah, I'll take it. Great. Yeah, I've only done one higher boss cell. Okay, I didn't need anybody else hitching a ride with me. Is there anything else I really need to do here? A few other places that I could hit up. I don't think there's anything important enough. I feel like I'm doing good. But yeah, I've done one 3-cell run, and that was to get the, well, 4th boss cell. I haven't really done much of anything else aside from there. Yep, woke up bright and early at 5 a.m. and said, I'm gonna play some Dead Cells. I mean, if you think that sounds crazy, let's... Well, first off, I do work a full-time job, so I do have to be up kind of early to get to it, but I also wasn't sleeping very well. Watcher. I think that this will be a pretty decent weapon for taking you down. Now, I didn't get Biter Swarm. That was the one thing that I was going to try to save up for, and I do have enough money now, so... there was no real... And I am out of arrows. Well, here, get a little bit of Crusher action. That's why this is a showcase. Yeah, little biter guys, you're not going to be able to take that down. And, on that 3-cell difficulty, though, I felt like I... Great. Hey, the fact that I hit the Watcher with a Crusher shot is pretty impressive by itself, though. At least I'd like to think so. Why not? Because I'm probably not going to be using this anytime else. Unless I really fall behind and... Oh, good, I have my ammo back. Unless I really fall behind on DPS for the Watcher and get into bullet hell mode. But considering how those phases have been going thus far, I think I'll be fine. Alright, alright. I'm losing the ability to do critical shots now for some reason. There. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, great. Come on, just get down here. We'll get a little bit of Crusher action on. Okay. I was worried that I would have to eat my words there in regards to not having to do a bullet hell segment, but I got by okay. A little help from my friends. Be a little bit more conservative with these arrow usages, at least for a second. I think the #1 most useful affix to have on this weapon is the ability... Pierce the first target. I think pierce all targets would be really good. Because you do have to get... Because, you know, you do have to wait for that critical to come up in the first place. And if you're only hitting a single target with that, it's not as effective as it could possibly be. Yep. Just wait for it to get down here. It's gonna want to hit me with a... Oh, come on. Just one more arrow. That's all I need. No, you know what? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You've got to be kidding me. Wasn't even the arrow itself. It was the grenade that I shot out. Oh, ridiculous. Well, whatever. It's not like that was a particularly bad run. I had a lot of damage reduction, what, 50, 60% there, and huge damage projectile reduction too. I'm gonna go into the graveyard. Since I don't fight the Watcher a whole lot, why not? It does mean that I'm gonna have to go through the sepulcher, which is not gonna be fun, but that's how it goes. Sometimes. Almost got the alchemic gun out. Which I don't think I ever showed off what it looks like now that they updated some of the animations a little bit. So that'll be fun. Coming up pretty quickly here. Oh, also the 5th cell doors in this area. So that's going to be something to look out for as well. I assume that it's spawning in the exact same place as the 4th cell door. Any other run, I would definitely take that. Well, I mean, I am building survival. I should remember that. I mean, it could be This could be a tactics run, but hey, the health. Which I have not really been paying attention, but I may easily have been accidentally taking tactics a lot of this time. Well, I would definitely be hanging a lampshade on that if I was doing post commentary, but no such luck this time. Oh, stupid brain. If I had to say, just constantly associates any sort of bow-based item with, come on, with being a tactics weapon. That's how it's always kind of been. I mean, I'm trying to shake myself of thinking that grenades are still tactics. Ugh. Because I think, oh, hey, I'm gonna get this really nice cluster grenade to go along with this run. Oh, no, it's not tactics anymore. God, is this just comedy of errors of the highest degree? Well, give me, you know what? Here, give me that. And then do this. I swear, just these past few runs, I have been seeing those trap chests way more often than I ever have in the past. I mean, they've always been there, but they've never been this common. Also, I did not know that you could activate that in a cutscene. Ah. Was there any real point in doing that? No, I just haven't done any parrying lately. Yeah. And key, good. Oh, man. Oh, and another thing is I am now bereft of the giant killer once again until they finally implement it proper in the game. Or for some reason they were to roll back the... Okay, you guys got to get out of here. Or for some reason I wanted to roll back the save file, but that ain't happening. No. It's all about the forward momentum. Never backwards. Always spinning into the future. Oh well, I'm gonna miss that weapon until it comes up again. I hope that it is changed up a little bit. The fact that the icon clearly looked like a spear makes me think that there might be... I didn't expect that to kill him. The fact that the icon looked like a spear makes me think that they might change it to that. I kind of hope they don't, because I'm a big fan of the giant killer as the... I do. I was just saying that I want to be able to hold enemies in place, and I think that this will be a really good way to do that. Catcher is not going to be as big of a deal with because, you know. That was close. Yeah, because catchers have a pretty obvious ranged attack. Grab with the chain. Wow, they did make this area shorter. Oh, well, I don't need merchandise category this time. You know, it is weird that I have gotten merchandise category so many times over the various videos. Oh, boy. That was close. How did I not get that parry off? I guess I'm not going to worry too much about it. Ah, okay. Do I even care all that much about either of these? I mean, Ice Shock could be okay, slowing down enemies, but not that good. I don't know. I do not think I'm gonna go for Curse Chest in this run. This weapon isn't so bad that I need to buff it up with a ton of stats, so I don't really think I need to become so desperate for... I mean, thus far, actually, I would say that I have been pretty impressed with the amount of damage that I'm getting out of this weapon. Okay. And okay. So how's my day been going? Well, okay. All right. Well, oh, finally, this is exactly what I wanted. And it's an upgrade, too. And there's the end of this. Man, they really did make this shorter. Not kidding about that. And oh, yes, I always forget the 2-cell door in the graveyard is a cell cache. Which I might as well grab that so I can get the alchemic rifle leveled up a little bit. I mean, it doesn't sync well with Asiners at all, which I'm still using the level 2 version of this. I should be... Yeah, there's a shop up here. Maybe I'll go try to grab an update. It's not the word. Or, well, what was the other thing I wanted? Yeah, a bear trap, please. Which I think will be better than an ivy grenade, at least at this point. What else? What else? Check out the 5-cell door and maybe see if there's one more shop, I guess. Oh, there it is. 5 boss source cells required. I mean, it's obviously the one that leads to the... Obviously the one that leads to the repository, but that's gonna be a while. And not even till I can open it up again, but till there's anything behind there to find. Yeah, see, that's a pretty sizable amount of, Still hit me? Whatever. Yeah, that's a pretty sizable amount of stun you get off of using the KO shield if you nail the parry proper. So I think that'll be useful against the assassin and probably the hand fight. Because I've been getting better at doing a bit of... Oh, here it comes. I've been getting a little bit better at doing the... Yep. Alright, an unupgraded version of the alchemic rifle I don't really need right now. I think I'll just keep what I'm working with right now. Sepulcher. I think this will be okay because the trackers here are pretty hard countered by... Nah, I don't need that, either of those. Trackers are pretty hard countered by having a bear trap with you. Because the bear trap prevents them from rolling and, you know, does it prevent them from teleporting around? I don't remember. I don't know. But it does prevent them from rolling behind you, which is one of the main ways they try to attack, and they can only attack from one direction. So if you get behind them, it pretty much nullifies anything that they could possibly do. I'm just getting this for the money. It pretty much nullifies anything that they can do to you. Aside from that, it's still going to be annoying fighting Inquisitors, but you can't get away from Inquisitors. They are eternal and forever. I want to go for more tactics, but I think I need the health right now. Shield bearers will be irritating, but I'm not too worried about them. Shockers, I think, are the only thing that are going to cause me a lot of pain. And even then, not as much as I would have in a... Speaking of which... Not as much as I would have in a more melee-focused... Well, so much for that. Because I do have a ranged weapon here, but apparently this doesn't have any enemy tracking, as far as I can tell, because otherwise I would have fired directly down at the... Wait a second. Speaking of that... Yeah, you totally can. God, I forget that every single time I'm using a bow weapon. Oh, and I'm fighting things that could easily be countered pretty hard. For example, catchers in the last area by just ducking and shooting. Every time, every time. It's a good animation, too. Whatever. Learn from my mistakes, everybody. Anything else? Maybe a fire grenade? Replace the tonic with that? Yeah. I mean, I'll use the tonic right now. Why not? Ice grenade could also be pretty good. But those don't give me more survival. I don't think that's that much of a deal breaker. What's in here now? Probably a linked item. I mean, it's nothing I'm very worried about. Assault shield's great, but I'm not doing speed running. I would much rather have the KO shield at this point. Well, that was way too long. Yeah, close. Okay, now we're getting way too close. Ugh. I didn't actually lose too much damage from taking that darkness damage there. I mean, if you're ever looking for any tips on how to do a 3-cell run, I think damage reduction and really powerful melee or even ranged weapon. Survival probably pretty good for that. Oh, Blood Shield would be nice, and that's a really good affix on there too, but no. Also, I can't stick around here talking about that because I'm going to die. And I didn't take a heart this time. I think I'll be fine without it. Where am I even going? Yeah, Sepulcher's much smaller too, which is not a bad thing at all in my opinion. I mean, maybe there's a few less enemies to fight, a few less cells to be gleaned, but yep, right into it. Also, that's a kind of a tricky jump. But at the same time, there's also less possibility for me dying due to 2 skill shops. A lot less possibility of me dying due to darkness damage because of how enormous this area is. Probably over to the left from this teleporter. Could also be worth taking the... I was going to say the mutation that gives you... nope, can't do anything. Shockers. It's just how they're going. Look forward to elite ones coming probably in a future patch. Well, these Viscera's helping out quite a bit. Is that from the... Yep, that is from the... Oh, what am I actually getting from the bear trap? Because now it, from what I understand, it confers all the weaknesses. Okay, so if I can poison enemies, and I can poison enemies if I do a KO shield. So KO, bear trap, fire grenade, acid nerves. For just a ton of damage. Yeah, it confers all the affixes onto any weapon or any enemy that is trapped within the trap. At least I think that's how it works. I'm pretty sure that's what the patch notes said. Don't quote me on it. Look it up yourself. Or look it up and then prove me wrong, I guess is more what I mean. Do what I say, not what I do, etc. I don't know. What am I even talking about at this point? Alright. Now, you don't actually have to do the mini-boss fight in this area anymore. I also don't have to do this mini-boss fight, but I'm good. Oh, come on! Nah. Okay. Then well, first off, I need to get near a light source right now. And then second off... I said second off... Like I said, hard countered by that. I want to keep the 75% damage reduction from projectiles. I don't... Well, okay. Here's the thing. It may be that does not stack with normal damage reduction. And if that is the case, that was a bad... Nice. That was a bad choice on my end. But since I don't know now, and I know that I'm going to be fighting a whole lot more Inquisitors soon enough when I get to the castle. Alright. I'm going to be fighting a whole lot more Inquisitors when I get up to the castle. I don't... And the problem is that this game isn't nearly as well documented as a lot of games where I would just, you know, look that up and then know for no absolute certainty what I'm talking about. I don't think I really need that food mutation anymore, so I'm going to go you, and you. Yeah, I'll colorless mutations, sure. Because there's not a whole lot of points that I'm running out of ammo right now, but it has happened enough in this run. Okay, KO shield, bear trap, grenade. Okay, try that again. What an amazing combo that I entirely failed to execute even somewhat correctly. Oh well, I'm still getting some decent damage out of this. Hi. Oh, come on, get in the bear trap. Well, not now. Cool pose. This is maybe the worst assassin fight I've had in a while. That was 3 chain grabs. I mean, I've played this game poorly before, but that shit... it almost makes me feel like I should be doing this on 3-cell difficulty. But then I know that once I got to this part, I would be totally murdered. So... Oh yeah, I am at least on 2-cell difficulty, so I can upgrade this. Get a little extra cashola. Alright, whatever. Ugh. Could have probably also done this just solely with acid nerves, but... Well, I don't know. Let's see how this area is the true kingmaker. So, what? Wait, what? I don't... Whatever, anyway. Alright, can't duck underneath that. This is a little stupid. Okay. Oh, man. Ooh. Okay, I think the one thing that I'm going to have to try to get here is a... Wow, I cannot believe I didn't get hit by that. One thing I'm going to have to try to get here is the... Well, is some kind of upgrade for acid nerves, because it's been... Even at this level, it's been working pretty good, but it could be working a lot pretty gooder, so... So it feels like the longer I'm doing this run, the worse I'm getting at nailing the critical for this weapon. Of course, being a relatively new weapon, I wouldn't really... Yep, perfect. And that is perfect, exactly what I wanted out of the bear trap. Anytime you need an enemy to be in... Wow, I actually parried... Oh, you can parry that. That's interesting. But yeah, that was exactly what I wanted out of the bear trap when I was talking about getting it. Good enough. You know what? I'm gonna... Well, here. I can't really tell if I was taking any less damage compared to when I was getting hit by an Inquisitor before. It'll be something to check out later. That said, apparently you can parry the Guardian Knights when they're doing their spin attack. I mean, you can do that to spinners too, but those guys seem a lot less likely to have that happen to them. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Should be getting the parry timing down on these guys too. Not quite. Too slow. Actually, you know what? Can I parry this? No, get back here, Lancer. Not you. A little too slow. Throwing me off. Alright, if the double tracker fight is near the beginning, it is not. Then nah. actually taking relatively little damage here. You know what? I could have done this on 3-cell difficulty. Oh, well, I'm sure this is probably not the last we're going to see of the acid nerves, because I think this is a pretty good weapon. I am gonna call it right now. Good weapon. Not quite. I don't think I'm gonna go for all 3 keys. I don't really need the extra single scroll of power that you get behind those doors anyway. And I already have Boomerang unlocked. And ready to go for when I am going to finally get back to that run. Gotta re-get everything anytime there's a new update. Where is the entrance to the Botanic Laboratory? Like, come on, this is ridiculous. Yeah, no, nowhere here. Okay. Alright, so I guess it's in the upper left or maybe below me. I don't know. Might as well check. I'm still on the lookout for a shop anyway, because I want to see if I can grab an upgrade to acid nerves. But I don't know how possible that's going to be, because I don't know. Maybe they finally changed it back so that you get a food shop in here again. I should grab that scroll at least. And all right. Aside from that, I don't know. I think I got a pretty good chance against the hand here. I don't know if it's the best, but I got some good synergies. I got some good snares and stuns if I can nail them. So that I think will help a lot in the upcoming battle. Good. This is what I was looking for. Good. This is exactly what I was looking for. Extra ammo, plus 100% on burning target, piercing. It's almost a just straight upgrade from the last thing I had. Awesome. And no, not right now. Later. Now I just need to find the Botanic Laboratory. Good. Where was this sort of luck when I needed any sort of healing item in the last run? Anyway. Should be right here, and then I'm... Nope, not quite. Oh, man. I said it before, I'll say it again. Bear Trap, excellent item that I do not take enough. That I really should... Oh, it was right down here. Well, don't I look the fool now. Alright, get over to the hand. No update on anything related to him as far as I know thus far. In the patch. He's still the exact same as usual. So I'm expecting that it's not going to be easy. But I don't think it's going to be the hardest time that I've ever had with this dude thus far. Maybe a little more worried about the ad parts of it. Well, let's see. Alright, he did not apparently cotton to being caught in the bear trap for any amount of time. Should remember that I have this. What is the damage I'm getting off of this right now? 11,201, because I was seeing that I was getting like 14,000 damage when I was... Okay, so maybe it's just the dash. He'll dash very quickly. He'll dash very quickly through. Great. Well, at least the giant poison explosion will help if I get him in a bear trap. All right. Okay, come on. I honestly do not know what to think right now. I mean, well, I'm telling you, I'm thinking right now, this is going pretty good thus far. And parry, parry. Yeah, I got the parry timing down for that a little bit. Also, something I am noticing, he is blocking some of my shots. Okay, that's interesting. I did not know he could do that. He's apparently... Okay, first off. Apparently the hand has some sort of passive projectile blocking, which is interesting. Not sure how to trigger that or not. Got it. Nailed it. And there. Well, I got 2 of the 3 parries. And didn't get that one at all. Yep. That was frightening for a second. Yeah, I wonder what activates. Oh, I didn't get the parry there. I wonder what activates the shot blocking. That's interesting. Puts a little bit of a puts a little bit of a wrinkle in the plan of using any sort of projectile weapon on this dude. He seems to only be able to do it once, and then you're able to... Ruby was looking weird there. I think I noticed that earlier, but I didn't really understand what it was. But yeah, seems that kind of throws her a little wrinkle in the plan of fighting that dude. So, I don't know. He seems to only be able to do it once, though. Or like once in between his attacks, and then he wasn't able to block the next one or block it constantly. Well, I'm going to say this. I think Acid Nerves, pretty good weapon. I like everything about it. So I'm looking forward to using that one again, probably in another survival-focused run.